Hi all, this is VC here. In today's class, we will discuss about harmful microorganisms. What are harmful microorganisms and how they cause infection to us? That all we will see in this concept today. Before going into the class, if you are visiting my channel for the first time, please subscribe and press the bell icon so that you will get all my videos as notifications. Coming to the concept, microorganisms are harmful in many ways. If you see, until now we have discussed about friendly microorganisms. What are friendly microorganisms, how they are helpful, and how they are used in medicinal purpose, or how they will clear the environment, or how they will increase the soil fertility, and all we have discussed up to now. And now we will discuss about the bad or the harmful effects of microorganisms. So there are certain microorganisms or some microorganisms which cause diseases in human beings, plants and animals. So I have tried to give the pictures here which are very relevant, and I got this from Google. So whatever the source I can use, I am giving it, and it will be useful for you for the better understanding of the concept. So coming to microorganisms, these not only cause diseases in human beings, plants and animals, but also cause spoilage of food, clothes and leather also. Such disease causing microorganisms are called pathogens. So we can define what are pathogens. Pathogens are disease causing microorganisms. So here we will get the point, define pathogens. So we can say that pathogens are nothing but the microorganisms which cause disease, and microorganisms causing diseases in human beings, plants and animals. They not only cause a disease, but they spoil the food, clothes and leather also. So we will discuss in detail about what harmful effects of microorganisms in animals, plants and human beings one by one. So going into it, disease causing microorganisms in humans. So the pathogens enter our body through the air we breathe, the water we drink or the food we eat. So what are the sources for pathogens to enter our body? The pathogens have many ways, like the air which we breathe and the water which we drink or the food which we eat. So pathogen can enter any way, either it could be by food, water or by air. So these can be transmitted directly if a person get contact with an infected person, or if the carrier is an animal and if you get direct contact with the animal. How transmission is done? Transmission is done either by direct contact with the infected person or by animal which is carrying the pathogens in it. There are microbial diseases spread from an infected person to a healthy person through air, water, food or physical contact, are called as communicable diseases. So now we can define what are communicable diseases. Communicable diseases are the diseases which can be spread from an infected person to a healthy person either through air, water, food or physical contact. So pathogens enter our body through air or water or food, and they can be transmitted from direct contact or through a carrier which could be a man or an animal. And coming to microbial diseases which can spread from an infected person to a healthy person through air, water, food or physical contact, are called as communicable diseases. So now we got to understand what is communicable disease, what are pathogens. So what are pathogens? Now we got to know, and how they are spread, and what are communicable diseases also know from this slide. Coming to the next one, communicable diseases include cholera, common cold, chickenpox and tuberculosis. So what are all considered as communicable diseases? Cholera, common cold, chickenpox and tuberculosis are considered as communicable diseases. So how the communicable disease will spread? When a person, for example, when a person suffering from common cold sneezes, the fine droplets of moisture carries thousands of viruses and spread in the air. When we sneeze, by the sneezing, some millions and thousands of droplets come out from our nose and spread in the air that may contain virus. The unit of virus, as we know that it is virions, it is very easy to spread, and this virus may enter the body of a healthy person while breathing and results in causing infection. So there are some insects and animals which act as carriers of disease causing microbes. Before going into that, again I will once again I will go through the points which I have here in this slide. Communicable disease include cholera, common cold, chickenpox, and tuberculosis. So I have given only 4 or 5 here, but there are many. But for your class, this is good enough for writing communicable disease examples. And coming to the spread of communicable disease, person who is suffering from common cold, if he sneezes, fine droplets of moisture carrying thousands of viruses are spread into the air, and through the air, the virus may enter into the body of healthy person while breathing and cause infection. There are some insects and animals which act as carriers of disease-causing microbes. So we will see them now. First example is housefly. Housefly is one of the best carrier for pathogens or the microbes. How they will carry? Generally, when we see houseflies, they'll sit on garbage or animal excreta, and the pathogens will stick to their body. So when houseflies sit on the garbage and animal excreta, I gave the picture of food here. Why? Because garbage and animal excreta will not be good to see. So I took the picture of this from Google, and here pathogens will stick to the body of the housefly, and these houseflies will not sit there completely. So they will move here and there, and the uncovered food which they sit on will transfer the pathogens. So when they sit on the garbage and animal excreta, the pathogens get stick to their bodies, either to their legs or wings or the mouth parts. And when these flies come and sit on uncovered food, mostly in our houses we will keep the food closed with the lid, but outside food there are chances that they may not be covered. So, and that kind of food, when these flies go and sit, they transfer the pathogens. We don't know whether it is having pathogen or not. Generally, when we feel very hunger, we will go to the roadside and eat the food. Generally, with kid it happens. So when whoever eats the contaminated like food will get sick. So it is advisable to always keep food covered and avoid consuming uncovered items of the food. The care is to be taken, even though you are hungry, care is to be taken by yourself, that I must not eat uncovered food, and always keep the food covered, either it is at home or outside. And coming to the another important carriers is female Anopheles mosquito and the dengue mosquito, which is called as female Aedes. These two act as carriers for malaria, female Anopheles, and dengue, female Aedes. So here, keep in mind, mosquitoes which are females, they are acting as carriers for dreadful diseases. So care is to be taken and immediate measures are to be done. So how can we control the spread of malaria or dengue? So when we know the reason how malaria or dengue is spread, that we know it by the mosquitoes. So how to control them? As from our previous classes or from childhood or 4th, 5th classes, we come to know that mosquitoes breed in water. So one should not let water collect anywhere, either in coolers, tires, flower pots, or in the drains and all. So by keeping our surroundings clean and dry, we can prevent mosquitoes from breeding. So generally there are some other measures to control the flies, like introducing fishes which will eat the larval forms of it and all, and you spraying kerosene or petrol in the drains and all, cleaning the coolers regularly. Tires should not be with water, flower pots also should not be with water and all. If we take all these measures, we can control the breeding of mosquitoes, and hence we can stop the spreadage of malaria or dengue. It is very, very important to eradicate the larval forms of mosquitoes so that we will be free from malaria or dengue. I hope you all understood this and you will take precautionary measures when you go outside or while eating the food, or when you see drains, call the concerned authorities to clean it, and they will do the further work and they will take the precautionary measures. You all understood this, how the spread of malaria and dengue is taking place and how pathogens and all. We will discuss about some common diseases in human beings in my next class. Hope you all will subscribe my channel and view my videos for your better understanding of the concept as a quick revision. Thank you.